mixes. As you may have spotted, we have a guest with us, Jade. Happy Between Us release day eve. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good. Very excited about the album dropping tomorrow.
I
How much promo have you been doing? How knackered are you?
Oh, hun. Do you know what? Actually, it hasn't really sunk in yet that it's out tomorrow. Like, I feel a bit weird about it. I think because like usually, me and the girls that I give are like doing the most, and
Hmm.
um, yeah, it just feels really strange. I would have like a big party or something. Yeah, it hasn't sunk in yet. I don't think it will until it's like actually out tomorrow and everyone's like commenting and I'm getting tagged in all
Hmm.
sorts and all that shebang.
Well, and obviously we're getting the No video tomorrow. Can I just say, you in that teaser, when you do that head turn, everyone is absolutely dying over it already. Like
Oh my
you're clearly
god.
about to be fed.
Oh yeah, we always feed you. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, yeah. There's so much happening. There's honestly so much going on that like my brain can't handle it. But I'm so excited for everyone to see the video, hear the song. Obviously, the album drops, and then there's all the tracks in that as well. Oh, it's just so much happening. I'm very overwhelmed.
Okay, well, just to like calm things down, obviously tonight we're focusing on Confetti, and we've just
Yes.
had the three opening tracks, which are obviously the first three singles, Breakup Song, Holiday, Sweet Melody. About Breakup Song, Maya Kennedy was saying this song deserves so much better. A lot of people were
Mm.
obviously still gagged over your bridge. Jel was saying Jade's bridge is everything. Um, Sita was saying immediate serotonin booster, and Little Mix Angel said such a good way to start an era. I mean, it is like the
Yes.
most feel good anthem ever.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
was it always the lead single?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Actually, I mean, there was a bit in Sweet Melody, and were there any others floating around at the time? I can't. Was there was actually a song that never made it on the album. Um,
Oh.
am I allowed to say the name? It was called "Do It for Myself," and it was a really good pop song actually. But then we had a session like a few weeks before the album was finishing, and we replayed like breakup songs, a very rough demo. We were like, "Oh, hang on a minute, we forgot about this," and so we finished it. And then yeah, the minute we finished it, we were like, "Actually, no, this is the first single," and so we literally swapped it very last minute and had an amazing visual creative where it was going to be the LMTV thing, but we were all going to play different
Mhm.
characters, and we love a narrative music video. And then obviously Rona hit, and it changed to animation, and that was that really.
Was it literally okay? Were you literally booked to do the video the week that we had to go into lockdown?
Literally like 2 days before something. It was sod slow to the finest degree. It was really a buzzkill, and we were so excited. Yeah, the thing was booked. We had a whole set made. It's probably still in storage somewhere, so we should probably whack it out. I don't know. Yeah, everything was ready to go. The costumes,
Oh my God.
and yeah, and then it couldn't happen, and we were absolutely gutted. But we made it work. We did what we could, and we definitely
Hmm.
didn't want to not release music during lockdown because we thought that would be even worse to like not put it out and give our fans like something to be cheerful about. So yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you girls single-handedly were like a lifeline during lockdown. Like to start off those sad months of being stuck inside with Breakup Song and having these feel-good songs. And the fact that you
Hmm.
did that throughout the year with Confetti, like everyone appreciated it.
Yeah, I'm so glad we did do that. I mean, we definitely could have postponed the whole thing and waited, but yeah, like you say, like people needed, especially our fans needed something to look forward to,
Hmm.
during that time. And so I feel like one of the best forms of like therapy or getting through something is music. So yeah, I'm so glad that we did that actually. And actually I had quite a lot of fun doing it indoors. Like I was seeing my best friend and Zach was staying with me as well. So we had a lot of fun doing all the like social media content and all that stuff. So yeah, I feel like everyone just had to adapt, didn't they?
I mean, you firmly established yourself as a TikTok icon, Jade.
Oh yeah. That's where it all began. My TikTok career.
Well, actually, all those comments saying the song deserves so much better. It's almost certified platinum in the UK. I feel like it's had really good longevity, and like obviously being part of the greatest
Yes.
hits, it has really
Yes.
established itself as a Little Mix classic.
it's definitely for coming out at the time that it did. I do feel like it still survived and it did really
Hmm.
well. And I think I'm so glad that we did get to do a couple of performances of it on Strictly. We did it where I looked like some sort
Yeah.
of weird multicolored ferret. And then we also did it for that meerkat. I can't remember that meerkat gig. That was
Oh
kind of
yeah.
awkward, but yeah, it was really fun to do. So yeah, we did get to perform it a couple of times, and obviously we'll be doing it on the tour. So yeah.
Hmm. Well, actually, now the mixers are going to kill me because they're all saying leak the unreleased song in the comments. Is there any reason why it didn't end up making the album?
Why did it not make the album? That Do It For Myself song. Jordan's like, what? He's like the biggest stan of the album. Um, I think there was some sort of deal. I think it had to be a first single or something, and if it wasn't, it couldn't be
Oh,
on the
okay.
album. And so we sort of were just like, no, we want breakup song, and we don't take well to being given ultimatums. So we're like, all right then, see ya.
Well, anyway, like I mean, Confetti is overloading with singles, so the next song is Holiday, and again, all the comments. G
Yes.
Napier was saying this song is so good. You all slept on it. Jade's girly said only Little Mix would release a song called Holiday the year no one could get away on holiday.
Yeah.
Um, and then Abigail said the bass line is absolutely unmatched. I mean, again, it is just one of those perfectly crafted pop songs, and your
Yes.
chorus in particular is so cool.
Oh, thanks.
were you always singing that part of the song, or did it ever change about a bit?
No, I think in the demo I did that bit and it just kind of felt right maybe. I know Camille actually worked quite a lot on the vocal production for that song as well, and she played around with all our voices on different bits. And I think that's just the way it goes sometimes, you know, sometimes one person sounds better in a chorus or it's a group thing. I think in a lot of the Confetti album, Perry leads a lot of the choruses. Yeah, it just depends, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, the timing of that was quite ironic, wasn't it? And I'm screaming because the whole plan initially with Holiday was like we had that Brazil gig and we were meant to stay out in Brazil for another week and shoot the whole album campaign, shoot the Holiday music video in, you know, a beautiful rainforest in Brazil. And then again, COVID hit. And so we had to come back from Brazil early. And that all kind of, yeah, changed too. But, you know, we stand a lovely little sort of swimwear clad music video, and that's what we served you with Holiday.
Exactly. I mean, and given that you guys still had to be socially distancing, like you really did come through and like make the most of, I guess, what a lot of artists would have just said, no, I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, we really, I can honestly say, bless the label as well. Like we all really put our heads together and tried our best to like make it happen and still give the fans like good stuff and music. And I think the holiday video was shot just as things were kind of easing a tiny bit, so there was a lot of restrictions. You know, we couldn't have dancers, we couldn't have loads of people on set, all that kind of thing. But we could be mermaids. So
Hmm.
so that's what we did. And I've still got the tail in me cupboard, to be honest.
We love to hear it. Okay, and then finally we obviously had Sweet Melody, which you came on during, which obviously is the huge moment. Mike Kenny was saying, so glad they decided to make the song a single. Little Mixer was saying Jonathan Ross' performance was amazing. Agreed. Tens was
Yeah.
saying Lee in this music video. I mean, the thing I love
Mhm.
about this video is you literally all have a moment. Like, obviously, you come
Yes.
on, arse out, and we just stand.
Oh, so funny. I mean, do you know what? I
Perry
feel
has
like,
the great choreo moment.
oh
Sorry,
yeah.
but like you
No,
all
no, you're
like
right.
you
It's
do all
it's
kill
giving
it.
the most. It is giving the most. And I love when things just sort of come together and you don't really realize how much of a moment it's going to be. Like I think for us, we were like, yes, we want to do another choreo led video because we hadn't really done one properly since Touch. And that did
Mm.
so well. And Sweet Melody kind of reminded me a bit of like, you know, a sort of sister to Touch, like a mixture of Touch and DNA, I suppose. Um, and so yeah, we wanted to do a choreography led music video. We brought in Casey Locke, who's an incredible video director and sort of usually does a lot of like rappers and drill music and stuff. And we brought him in because we wanted, you know, a sort of different dynamic to videos that we'd done before. And he was like priceless to have for that. I think he really helped obviously make that video what it is. But I mean, in terms of my arse cheeks, I didn't even realize how big my bum was at that point. I'd been eating a lot of pies in lockdown, and yeah, it just came out of nowhere. And even that outfit, when I tried it on, I was, very much after this sort of like TLC, and
Hmm.
also Laura Croft vibes. And I didn't realize till the visual came out that it was going to cause such a little stir, to be honest.
Well, I mean, Halloween costumes this year, it's a classic, Jade.
It really is. I've seen loads of people wear that outfit, and do you know what? You've made it as an artist. You've like had a good sort of cultural pop moment when you get drag queens in your outfit and when you get people dressing as you at Halloween. Those are two
Hmm.
ways of definitely knowing that you've created an iconic moment. So I was very pleased.
As you should be. Okay, moving on from one completely iconic moment to another, we're going to go into the next tracks on the album, which obviously we're starting off with Confetti and we're going to do the Sweetie version because what a single.
Yes, of
And
course.
then we've got Happiness and Not a Pop Song, so it's bops all round. Jade and I will
Woo!
be back in a bit, but keep leaving your comments. A lot of comments about Lee and Perry doing the video while pregnant. Ella Hora was saying, the acoustic of this is beautiful. Jonathan was saying, love
Mm.
the Chloe and Halle line. Like, just so much to love. And also, a lot of people talk about, I guess, after Sweet Melody being such a huge moment, did you girls feel any pressure to have to bring it with Confetti?
Mm, no, actually, I don't think so. I think we knew going into the new year that we wanted to do something totally different to the Sweet Melody video. Like we knew immediately that we wanted it to be like a sort of narrative led music video. That was always the idea actually with Confetti anyways. I think originally my initial like treatment for the video was kind of us going in the club and having like a role reversal where maybe we were like in a strip club or something, but we were like, when you see all those old school like 2000s like
Mm-hmm.
videos where the guys think that they're shit and they've got all their like chains on and they like treat women like they're lucky to be in their presence and stuff. Originally it was going to be like that kind of vibe but reverse, but then as we developed the treatment and we started working with Samuel, who was the director of Confetti, we decided we wanted it to be a lot more sort of inclusive, not as stereotypical. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's how the kind of London, kind of club kid underground scene for the video came about, which I'm so happy about actually, because now I feel like I watch Confetti and it's more of like what a 2000s video would be in 2021, you know?
Mm-hmm. And also, it's just like you gave us narrative, but you still gave us choreo as well. Like it was the
Oh,
best
yeah.
way to come into 2020 with it. It's just like a capital M music video.
Uh-huh. It is like for me it's probably the top three little mix videos we've ever done. And I think, obviously the girls were pregnant as well and they absolutely smashed it out of the park. At that point nobody knew. So it was like, very hush hush and trying to explain to everyone why we weren't doing certain things and stuff was a bit of a challenge. And we had to like edit out their bumps in the video as well at that point because when Confetti came out it was still top secret. So there was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
challenges surrounding the video. But yeah, we really did the most. It was a 2 day shoot. Obviously, we did all the prosthetics, and that took like 5 hours to do as well. But it was such a fun video to shoot. Like we were so excited. It was kind of like I don't know, like a new surge of energy, I suppose, going into the new year and having that to shoot as one of the
Mm-hmm.
first things was so exciting.
Well, also because as fans, we all know how funny you girls are. It was great to see that properly showcased in a video.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. And it was literally like crying, laughing that whole day. The state of me with my prosthetics. Could barely move my neck
You
with
were
that
very
get on.
handsome, Jade, with those prosthetics.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, smashed out the part there. I mean, I think from some angles I looked super handsome, and then from other angles, it was given something else. I don't know. It was very like you've got to turn the right way to look good. It was one of them. But no,
Well,
I actually really enjoyed it as well. And to be fair, like the whole setup that I had for that, not me trying to reference who did I reference? Maluma to look like, and that's
ooh.
I don't look like. I definitely didn't look like Maluma, but I was pleased nonetheless.
Very close. And then after Confetti, we obviously just had Happiness, which it's just bop after bop. Uh, Let It Rain Down was saying Happiness will forever be superior.
Yes.
Ding Dong was saying Jade has really found her happiness, and that makes me really happy.
Oh, that's cute.
Lee's Loverboy was saying my favorite from the anthem. Told You Sophie was saying the way they captured the 2000 pop sound is impeccable. Now, in a video that just came out, you said that Happiness was a video you were supposed to film in Brazil. Were you doing videos for Happiness and Holiday, or was it just Holiday?
No, Happiness was on the cards as well. It wasn't fully confirmed, but it was definitely up there as a single choice. And I mean, this is, besides Sweet Melody, this is my favorite one on the album. And I always pictured it being, like in the rain in a hot country, very fabulous. So yeah, that was kind of one of the ideas for Happiness. I mean, I love it so much, and I think it's going to be on the set list for tour, maybe.
the mixers are gonna come for you girls if it's not.
We'll give it to you then, Huns.
Just a little pop it in the medley if it's not there.
Oh yeah, no, you can. I'm going to fight for Happiness to be on the set list. It has to be. Wait, is it? We have confirmed the set list. Now I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's on there.
Okay,
don't quote me on
confirmation. Well, obviously you were saying as well you were supposed to do the artwork as well in Brazil. What was the concept for the actual album art originally?
So I really wanted the album art to be like a David LaChapelle. Why did I say Dave? Oh my god, what am I talking about? No, I'm all right, babe. I just had a bit of a brain fart. I got distracted there. Jordan's playing Call of Duty whilst doing this. Sorry, LaChapelle. I got confused there with Dave Chappelle. Yeah, a LaChapelle
isn't that
art
his
piece.
first name?
Is that his first name as well? I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, it's David LaChapelle. You were
right.
Okay,
Yeah,
to
okay.
double check, but you're fine.
All right, I just thought I was like malfunctioning for a second there, getting confused between the Chappelles and LaChapelles. Yeah, so that was kind of a reference for the original album artwork. Well, for me it was anyways. Where it would be like very much like a really sort of fabulous mystical art piece. You know those like album covers where they've got a lot going on and they literally look like some sort of like Renaissance painting or something. That was kind of the vibe initially, where it would be like in the rainforest and we'd be doing the most and there'd be loads of like flowers and shit everywhere. So yeah, that was a really long-winded answer. I do apologize, everyone.
No, I think like the fans will love that explanation. It sounds epic, and obviously we love what you girls were able to do, and you obviously covered yourselves in glitter and did the most for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great to hear those other concepts. Okay, and then third we had Not a Pop Song, which Far From Tipsy was saying, we love the shade. Jen Katerina was saying, I love playing Not a Pop Song on my guitar. That's really cute. Goblin Crown was saying, I love the melody of this so much. Obviously, you girls wrote that song with Taylor. What was Taylor like?
Yes. Also, I'm screaming it Far From Tipsy. I'm sure it's a lyric from Love Drunk in DNA.
Yes.
It is, isn't it? It's from the rap.
It is.
Love that. Yeah, so we did Not a Pop Song. Me and Leanne, when we were out in LA, we had a writing session with Taylor Parks, who, as you may or may not know, does a lot of the Ariana stuff, as an artist herself, and is phenomenally talented. And so we got in the room with her. We wrote a couple of songs that day actually, but Not a Pop Song is very much what it kind of says in the song. Really, we kind of wanted to write a statement song about what it feels like being in the pop industry. Sort of lyrics like guilty pleasure and all that stuff. We've had that a lot over the years. We're like, oh, I don't listen to Little Mix or guilty pleasure. I say, oh, fuck off, you love it, don't lie. So that's kind of, what that bit was about. Yeah, and then it's quite ironic to have one of the poppiest songs on the album called Not a Pop Song. But yeah, there you have it. Love it.
Well, obviously, a lot of comments, everyone loves that I don't do what Simon says line. Just very expertly used.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're all talking about. It's just a saying.
Well, one thing I would say is I always think that there's so much confusion where people, I guess, who don't know Little Mix, there's always stories being like, oh, Simon put you girls together, and it's like he wasn't even on the season of X Factor that you girls were on. So.
No, he literally, he wasn't a part of that process actually. I think you're right. People do just assume, I suppose, when you come from shows like that. But that's the thing. I feel like for Little Mix, there's always been, especially in the first years, a lot of assumptions of what we are and who we are. We're so much more than the majority of those assumptions anyways. So that's kind of what not a pop song touches on.
Yeah, perfectly. Well, now we're at 10 years, icons all established. None of that
Yeah,
bullshit is getting talked
that's
about.
right.
I did want to follow a lot of the mixers were saying, why are we playing the clean version of Confetti? I think Stationhead only lets you play clean versions. So that's the reason
Oh,
why.
that's why. I was wondering that. I think that's the first time I've heard the non-explicit version. I was like, oh, I mean, those
Yep.
sounds are pretty, explicit anyway, so not much difference.
Also, I feel like that's one of the best features that Sweetie has ever done for another artist. You girls
Oh
really,
my gosh,
she really
yes.
came through.
100%. She really came through with that rap. I absolutely love it. I know it all off by heart. And maybe I'll perform it when we do the tour. Maybe I'll
It,
do it in broad Geordie and see how that goes down.
we love it. Well, maybe start practicing that whilst we get into the next into the next round of songs, Jade. We're gonna go in with more amazing Jade and Leanne co-writes. It's Nothing But My Feelings up next, Gloves Up, and A Mess, Happy for You.
Woo!
6 songs there. Kicking off with Nothing But My Feelings. Salute Rachel with saying the Ho anthem. ASL Mixer saying, I love the deeper meaning of this song, Naughty Girls. Um, Ali Malpika said my favorite song on the album. I mean, how was writing such a pretty song about, I mean, a
Oh,
sex positive anthem?
honestly, it's my favorite thing to do. It really is. I love writing. Well, this is kind of basically a booty call song, but it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like a nursery rhyme, the chorus, which we like definitely did on purpose. We wrote this with Oak, who's like an iconic
An icon.
producer, yes. And who else was this with? Boy Matthews and a really famous songwriter, and I can't remember his name.
I
Oh,
have got the
have
credits in front of me. Alex, or is
you?
that Oak? Keith, Sean,
Sean Douglas.
Sean Douglas. There we go.
Boom, baby. Yeah. So he's done a lot of like the Jason Derulo stuff, and yeah, super lovely guy. And yeah, we wanted to write a dirty old song that sounded really lovely. And in my mind, always tell when it's a good song, so you can picture like a music video. And for me, this was going to be like all four of us in like separate bedrooms, and every time like the guy came around, there'd be like a gospel choir around the whole bed, like singing and praising as we did the thing. That was
Honestly,
really.
if we could get a little mixed visual album one day. Well, I guess between us basically is a visual album because you have got music videos for every song.
Yeah, to be fair, very true. But yeah, I mean, it's always good to have a visual. I feel like that's how
Mm-hmm.
Little Mix usually works, actually, and that's how a lot of our songs become quite big and theatrical because we're always thinking of like the live show or what the music video could be, and so that always helps
Mm-hmm.
with the songwriting process.
And obviously that's another you and Lee co-write. When did you, I guess
Yes.
with albums, there's quite a lot of questions of like, when do you actually start writing for an album after you've released one album? So like after LM5 came out, when did you actually start work on Confetti?
Oh, when did we? Well, I suppose we. So I think it was after Bounce Back was when we first
Mm-hmm.
started. After the release of Bounce Back, I remember we had a meeting, and it was all quite new and exciting again for us because we were, newly with RCA, and we sat down with our new A&R, and Camille, Uzo, and Trey, a couple of other people actually had been already sort of thinking of ideas for the album, and it was the first meeting actually that we heard the song Confetti, um and that kind of helped inspire us in terms of just a sort of starting point for the Confetti
Mm-hmm.
album. And then we all went to the US. I can't remember why all four of us went for something, but then me and Leanne stayed on to start doing some writing sessions.
You did a bounce back sessions in US. Would it have been the same time as that?
Oh yeah, that was why we went. You're right. Oh wait a minute, maybe I've got my timelines mixed up. But so yeah, actually before the Bounce Back release, because we went there to vocal Bounce Back, and then off the back of that, me
Mm.
and Leanne stayed out in LA, did a few writing sessions, and that was when Nothing But My Feelings was written.
Because is it weird? It's like obviously again with Glory Days when you did the Platinum Edition, were you already writing for LM5? Is it hard to tell like when you want to hold on to songs and when you need to just put them out?
Sorry, say that again.
So like with Glory Days and the Platinum Edition, had you already
Yeah.
started working on LM5 then as well?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, it's usually quite a quick turnaround just in pop world in general. And I think because your mind's always ticking as well, and once you finish one thing, you get excited about starting the next. And I think with songwriting as well, if you've got a couple of sessions anyways, you can do it and,
Hmm.
bank them in the hopes that they'll make it onto the next record. So yeah.
Amazing. And obviously, up next, we had Gloves Up, which Jade's Prince was
Yeah.
saying we love a tour opener. Jules was saying
Woo!
low key best song on the album. Maya Kennedy
Ooh.
was saying Go Off Lee.
Yes.
Beyonce was saying The Voices Are to Die For. I mean, the vocals are insane. Obviously, Lee and Perry do the big belty bits, but
Oh,
it
hun.
is. Did you
I don't
decide
know
to
how they
steer
do
clear of
it.
that?
Yeah, like when it came to we obviously wrote the song, which was super exciting, and that was actually one of my favorite sessions. It was written so quickly, and we did it with Megan Catoni. And one of my favorite things about writing with Megan is she is just as like extra as we are. Like she's very much like, let's do it really big, theatrical, throw the kitchen sink in. And it was our first session with the producer, Lost Boy, who's done Cut You Off on this
Hmm.
new album, and he was very much like up for trying anything, and that was really exciting. We were like, yes, we're thinking big tour opener, it has to be larger than life. We love a big concept, and that's the thing with Meg as well. Meg's helped us do Salute, Adidas. God, I mean, she's done loads with us, and
FU,
every time FU,
Confetti.
and every time it's always such a strong like visual concept. um and I was getting dead excited in this session. I was like, I'm picturing a boxing ring in the middle of the arena, and our names get called out, and it's like in the blue corner, and then one of us comes out as screaming crowd, and I was really getting excited.
Well,
And
Jade,
so,
is that happening? Is that happening on tour?
well, watch this space. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely on the tour set list. I mean, we couldn't not put Gloves Up on the set list. Do you know what I mean?
The gloves up stands will be very pleased.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, Perry and Leanne, best of luck to you, because I didn't even attempt that chorus. I was like, no thanks.
Well, moving on from gloves up, we then had a mess. Happy for you. Mia was saying a mess is so underrated. Little Mix for Life said my favorite song ever. Dana Corwell was saying Jade literally makes this song. I mean, Jade, your head
Oh,
voice on this song is so beautiful.
thank
Like,
you.
I always think whenever you add a bit of head voice to a song, it really gives it a little bit of extra something something. But yeah, people adored this
Oh,
song.
um, yeah. I think my head voice is like maybe my strongest asset of my voice, maybe, and I really love getting to do that in songs. So when we wrote the pre for this, I definitely
Mm.
was like, I want to do this part. And it just felt right anyways. I think the girls knew, and we all, the three of us, me, Perry and Leanne, did this one with Jin, who we wrote Between Us with, and a guy called Casilo, who's super lovely. And we just wanted to write a very like relatable. I feel like we've all been there when you have a breakup, and even if it's ended like on quite good terms, it still like breaks your heart a bit when you see them with someone new, or
Hmm.
when you have to like encounter that first moment when you find out they're with someone else, and it's like, oh. So yeah, that's kind of what that song is about. Um, and I really like it actually.
Well, you girls are so good at writing songs that are like very uplifting, but when you listen to the lyrics, they're quite sad.
Quite sad. Yeah, it's definitely like a happy sad song. It's kind of like, it's almost a bit comical as well. I feel like it reminds me of like
Peace
something
sign.
that would be in like one of those sort of rom-com movies. It's
Hmm.
giving me that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are saying as well, this needs to be on the tour as well. Can you confirm or deny?
Oh, I cannot confirm nor deny because I don't remember.
We will find out in a few months' time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're gonna go into obviously the last segment of the album, but there's plenty of iconic moments here. We've got My Love Won't Let You Down, Rendezvous, If You Want My Love, and Leanne's favorite, Breathe. So we're gonna play
Oh.
that and then we'll discuss those with Jade. But yeah, make sure to leave your comments, Hans. Here we go. This is emotional moment, My Love Won't Let You Down. Album. So obviously at first we had My Love Won't Let You Down and everyone was crying. Vivian was saying, okay, bye, I'm gonna cry. Lee's Loverboy said, Little Mix friendship songs make me cry every time. Why'd you do this to me? Little Yellow Mix said, "Imagine my love won't let you down," and between us, right next to each other on tour. Um, I don't know how you guys would even get through that.
I
um,
know.
and Lucy Vince said harmonies. I mean, you girls really do have so many classic friendship songs in your discovery, like right from Always Be Together Now up to Between Us.
Hmm.
How do you just keep on doing it again and again and always like perfecting it?
I think it's just like we just go off what makes us feel emotional when we write a song or when we play a song. If it makes us think about each other in that moment, then it should be on the record, I suppose. So yeah, whenever we put those songs in the album, they're stemming from a place of like authentic emotion for each other, and I feel like you can't deny that. So maybe that's why the fans feel so connected to those songs as well. I mean, My Love Won't Let You Down was another sort of last minute addition to the record. Had a session with Camille. I think it was when we were finishing Breakup Song actually, and
Mm.
we were like, we feel like we still could do with like a really good ballad on the album, like we don't really have one yet. And Camille was like, oh, I've got this song that like I wrote the other day, like no big deal obviously because it's Camille. And she did My Love Won't Let You Down. We were like, are you joking? um we were like, this is literally, I don't know what, I think it was written actually, yeah, with like friendship in mind as opposed to like a relationship, and I think that's what makes the song so beautiful, is it's like very much
Mm.
just a sort of, yeah, it can be for a loved one or your friends or anyone that's like going through a shit time, and I feel like those songs are really special, so yeah, that's how it made
Hmm.
it.
And in classic Little Mix fashion, from one genre of song to another, we had Rendezvous up next.
Yeah.
Perry Sunshine was saying who made this track list. I think we all know now that Little Mix love to put a ballad next to
Yeah,
Sexy
we
Boss.
really love to throw you off.
Hmm.
But I
Name is
mean,
Love
yeah.
said sobbing and twerking. Wasabi Babylon said Rendezvous, best song on the album. Hot Wasabi Mina said Motivates
Ooh.
Pretty Sister. A lot of people were saying
Yes.
they were emotionally rendezvousing after the first song, which we love to see.
I
I
love it.
mean, and a lot of love for the Sway sample as well. Like, what a great take on that song.
Yes. I feel like it makes, yeah, it's a really good sample, and I love that it's like down the octave instead. It's not like an obvious just sort of copycat sample, if that makes
Mm.
sense. Yeah, I mean, this is another Taylor Park song. It was the same day that me and Leanne heard Sweet Melody actually in LA. Taylor was like, I've been working on a bunch of stuff. Do you want to hear it? And I was like, yeah, sure, hun. And she played Sweet Melody, and obviously I was like, yes, please. And then she played Rendezvous, and I think it was for someone else originally. I was like, we'll take that one as well, thank you. So that's kind of how Rendezvous came about, and yeah, it's just such a cool, slick song. I really love it actually. It's definitely the dark horse of the album.
Hmm. Taylor's just incredible. Like, I love, because you know as well, Taylor played Little Inez in Hairspray. So her trajectory
Yes.
to go from that to writing all these bangers for icons like you is it's amazing.
Insane. Like she's honestly one of the best and so lovely. Like such a lovely human, such a little like pocket rocket of sunshine. And she's, whenever you see her, she's always dressed like really colourful, and yeah, she just radiates a really good energy. And to just be like banging out these tunes one after the other is, it speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Hmm. Okay, and then up next we had If You Want My Love. Nutson was saying definitely early 2000 vibes. Um, Ding Dong said the Gallagher brothers could never. Um,
Ah.
which actually, talking about that, Jade, how are you recovering after being shat on by a seagull again?
Oh, do you know what? I'm sick of this. Shut you. That's Jordan in the background laughing at me. I don't know how it happens. I don't know if it's because I wear like bright colored clothes. Maybe I'm like a walking target. But no, Johnson, my hair looks like a nest.
Your hair's
Do you
beautiful,
know what?
Jade.
I've been
Don't
told that
listen.
before as well, because one time a crow flew on my head and like clawed itself onto my scalp because I can only
Oh my
assume
God.
it thought my head was a nest. So me and birds definitely have a quite a tumultuous relationship. But I'm taking this as good luck for tomorrow, and that's why I was shat on.
Well, all I will say, Jade, is actually the week that I interviewed you girls for the podcast, I was shat on by a pigeon. So it's only good
See?
vibes.
It's good luck.
Um,
Yeah.
one other comment about If You Want My Love, Camille Veronica said, I don't know why, but Kim Possible vibe, and I'm living for it.
Oh my
And just
god.
talking of that, like, how have you girls never done a soundtrack song?
Oh, you tell me, honestly, because it's definitely an ambition of mine. We were very close to doing one at one point for a cartoon, actually.
Ooh.
Which is a new movie coming out soon. I best not say what it is. But yeah, we did write a song for that, and it sort of didn't end up happening in the end, which happens. But yeah, I feel like so many of our songs are like worthy of soundtracks, just because
Hmm.
they are quite theatrical, and there's always like a strong theme with them. So definitely those sort of female empowering tunes as well. But I mean, If You Want My Love, yeah, it gives me. Do you remember that Christina Milian song? The Tell me what you see when you look at me. Ah, that
Hmm.
song. It's giving
Yeah,
me
it's
that.
very Christina meets NSYNC. It's just
Yes,
full pop
yes,
vibes.
yeah, and I love it. I love the like big dramatic stabs in the chorus and the raspy singing. It's probably, if I'm honest, my least favorite vocally for me. But we move.
It's on record. It's fine. You've done it.
Yeah, that's
And then obviously the album closes with Leanne's favorite, Breathe, which I know she says her faves never get the love they deserve, but people really do love Breathe. Jade's Prince said the production on this is so good. Salad in the Box said they want a No Air and Breathe mashup. That would sound amazing.
ooh.
Lee Ackerman said this whole album is a bop. I mean, you really did fully come through on Confetti and just give us full on bops, didn't you?
I know. I just think it's a really strong pop album. Like there's no skips for me. I mean, did I say that myself? um but yeah, it's just bop after bop, to be honest, and it's a really strong pop record. I think this Breathe song was again another sort of late addition to the album, but very
Hmm.
necessary. I love the how do I just love the chorus. I think it's brilliantly written. Again, Camille came through as per usual.
Hmm.
um and yeah, I love a sound effect on a song. Actually, I'm loving the wedding chimes.
Hmm.
Yeah, we love to see it. That would have made for a good video, actually, if I saw. Oh my
Really
god, it
good.
could have been like Steps Tragedy. Don't. It could have.
It's never too
Wow.
late, Jade.
Oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda. But here we are. Yeah, I do love that one, actually. I actually genuinely can't remember either if that's on the set list too, but poor Lee. If this doesn't make it either, she's gonna riot.
I do love with your albums though. It's like I feel like Salute and Alan Five feel a bit like sisters because they're underrated, great R&B cohesive projects. And then like
Yes.
Get Weird and Confetti and sort of Glory Days are these
Mm.
big pop masterpieces. Well, Get Weird
Yeah.
and Confetti. And then if you talk about Glory Days being this big celebratory era, and now we're going into Between Us, it's like you've sort of repeated that
Oh my
great
god, that's
cycle of
so
just giving us different
true.
hits.
That is very true. Yeah, I see what you mean there, and I think yeah, I mean I love the Confetti album. It is just like a big party, really, and yeah, I think it's gonna lend itself well to you know becoming a really great tour and show with all those tracks. And you know what? Every time I think of Confetti album, I just think of that 2 weeks of the release where we literally. I don't think we could have possibly have done more to try and push that album on socials. We were literally doing everything because remember we were like competing with Kylie Minogue's release that week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, why and you guys are doing it again this year.
Oh, honest, every fucking time Legend comes out, drops like an album where they're like trying to reach a record or some shit. But I mean, if there's anyone to lose to, it's Kylie Minogue.
Yeah. Well, also, you
And
girls are sort of trapped in this November release, aren't you?
I know it's because I do get it because it's like the run up to Christmas, and you know it is the best sort of timing. But you're always going to pick a week where there's somebody else huge releasing at the same time. It's like unavoidable at this time of year. And I think we've got ABBA tomorrow as well. We're like, not
ABBA
you.
ABBA came out a week before, so we're hopeful that you girls can still pull through.
But who's out this week?
You've got ABBA week 2, Ed Sheeran week 3, Taylor week 1 because she's re-releasing Red.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Give us a chance, will you?
Kylie's doing her disco re-release. Bruno Mars and
not Kylie again. Thanks. No, do you know what? I've got a lot of faith in our mixer. But that's the thing, isn't it? That's why all these formats, all these things. I feel like last year, bless, but every time we bring something out, Kylie's team would be like, "Here's a cassette, here's a vinyl, here's a limited." We're like, no. But no, it's just the way it is, isn't it? And I remember messaging Kylie
doing signings.
Literally, I know. I messaged Kylie after the release and was like, "Well done, you've won, Jane. I hope you're happy." And you know what? She was actually so sweet and was like, "Would you like to go for a cup of tea?" I was like, "Absolutely, yes, yes, please." So I actually like to think I made a bit of a friend there through a little friendly competition on release week. So I feel like I've got a lot of faith though in the mixers. I'm sure they're gonna really help us bop to the top and slip and slide and ride their way. What's that song from High School Musical?
Top to top.
I don't know. I'm really I don't know what's happening to me. Maybe I'm just overwhelmed because the album's coming out tomorrow, but I'm like losing my mind a bit.
Well, even though Confetti went to number 2, you missed the stats at the start. It still sold 49,000 copies in its first week, which it was the highest debut by a British artist in 2020. So,
was it?
Yeah. You also, if you'd released the week before when Ariana released, you sold almost double what she sold. So, the love for Little Mix is real. And obviously this brings us to the end of the Confetti party. But Between Us is out tomorrow, and it's finally here. So, congratulations, Jade.
Oh my gosh.
Other than being delirious, how are you feeling?
No, I'm feeling really good actually, and I'm going to use this last few moments to really plug the shit out of our stuff. We've got the album tomorrow, which we're all very excited about. Make sure you get on board and support it. I just want to say as well to all the fans on this right now, all 492 of you, you guys are obviously the hardcore fans right here, and I need you all to do your thing. You know what to do. Get on socials tomorrow, spread the word. Don't forget about the EMAs as well. The no releases tomorrow.
You can still vote for best group for Little Mix of the EMAs until tonight, until midnight.
So there's lots going on, but best believe we've got lots in store for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, I'm super proud of all of us for getting to this point, and I love you all dearly. And yeah, thank you.
Well, we're going to do it for you, Jade, because if you can do 17 interviews in one day, we can get you guys number 1 album.
Do you know what I mean? Help a girl out here. Make it worth it, please.
Yes. And I can announce now that there's going to be some Between Us Stationhead parties as well. We're actually going to split it into 2. So there'll be one next week, and then the second one will be on the 25th, just because there were so many hits. If we were going to stream all of Between Us in one Stationhead, we'd be here all night. But yeah, just huge congratulations, Jade. All of us are so excited to hear all the unreleased tracks as well as all the hits again on Between Us. Such an exciting time. I hope that you and Jordan can celebrate tonight and just take in the success and have the best release week.
Oh, thank you so much, and thanks for doing these, Sam. You're absolutely smashing it, and for the podcast as well with Pot Boys. Honest to God, you're really doing the most, and we love you for it, and we love you and adore you, and we know that you've been a supporter since day one, so thankful. Everybody say thank you, Sam.
Well, thank you, Jade. It's all a dream. So we're gonna go out on another emotional note. We're gonna do Between Us. I know you're not on the train this time. So yeah, it'll be a bit emotional. I don't know if you want me to put it on music or if you want to sing. It's quite a sad one to sing along to, so I can just put it on music.
Yeah, maybe you'll just hear me sobbing through the song.
But yeah, we'll have a few bops to lead us out. So I think we'll do Between Us, Heartbreak Anthem, and Kiss My Uh-Oh. And only a few
Yay!
more hours until Between Us comes out, and we get the
Woo
No video
woo!
tomorrow.
Woo
Um,
woo woo!
Ready for it all. Lots of love, Jade, and lots of love to all you mixers. You're the best. This is Between Us. Get ready to cry.
Love you all. Bye!